Welcome to my channel, Yosmos. Space exploration is my passion, a place that answers all your space questions. I am your Yosmonaut Yash Mital. Why don't you buckle up as we launch this episode? Today we take up some questions on James Webb, which is being developed by NASA. So let's begin. So let me share with you some basic information on the telescope James Webb is going to replace soon. As you know, NASA named the world's first space-based optical telescope after American astronomer Edward P. Hubble. It was launched on April 24, 1990 from Space Shuttle Discovery. It reached its defined position within 24 hours. Hubble transmits about 150 gigabytes of raw science data every week. We started receiving the first pictures by Hubble on May 20, 1990. It was a star cluster named NGC 3532. The James Webb Space Telescope is the space telescope that is planned to be the successor of Hubble Space Telescope. This will provide an improved resolution and sensitivity over Hubble telescope. Also, this will expand the limits of Hubble and enhance the vision to discover new galaxies. This initiative will broaden the range of investigations across the field of astronomy and cosmology, including observing some of the most distant events and objects in the universe, such as the formation of the first galaxies. The JWST is being developed by NASA with significant contributors from European Space Agency and Canadian Space Agency, and it is named after James E. Webb, who was the administrator of NASA. It was initially planned to be launched in 2007. For the planning began in 1996, it met with a few problems, but the problems in this case was so big enough to delay JWST to June 2018. This resulted in budget overrun. It underwent a major redesign in 2005. In March 2018, NASA delayed the launch after the telescope's sunshield ripped during the practice deployment. The JWST was scheduled to launch in 2018, but NASA has pushed it back several times, citing a need for more time to integrate and test components. Launch was delayed again in June 2018 following recommendations from an independent review board and is currently scheduled for March 2021. And finally, on 28 August 2019, it was confirmed by NASA that construction was completely finished. Now let's know why the JWST is such an impressive endeavor. First, it's powerful. It is the biggest, most powerful telescope ever to be put in space. There are big telescopes on the ground, but nothing of this nature and complexity in space. It's the most powerful thing out there. The Webb is the successor to Hubble and is 100 times more powerful. Webb also has a much bigger mirror than Hubble. This larger light collecting area means that Webb can peer further back into time than Hubble is capable of doing. Hubble is in a very close orbit around the Earth, while Webb will be 1.5 million kilometers away. The second endeavor is, it's a time machine of sorts. Well, the Hubble, when pushed to its maximum, could see galaxies that were teenagers in terms of age. With the Webb, we will be able to see back in time to the earliest objects in the universe for the first time. Also, for the first time, we will be able to characterize other planets going around other stars and see if there are oceans, an atmosphere, what chemical elements are there, etc. Now the third endeavor is it will help us map the universe. The Webb telescope won't be able to decisively say there's definitely life on a planet or not, but it begins to map this huge space which we only know 4% only. There may be an ocean there, which gives us a roadmap to probe further and really investigate. Webb will peer into the universe in the infrared, which is important because newly forming stars and planets are hidden behind dust that absorbs visible light. But infrared light can penetrate that dust. Fourth endeavor is, and it may help us find the next Earth. We are planning to investigate the nature of dark energy in the universe and understand the nature of these very old objects. And characterizing planets around the suns put us on the path to finding out if there's another Earth out there. The Webb will also assist in the hunt for exoplanets, something that Hubble does but was not designed for. I would like to tell what are exoplanets for those of you not aware of. Planets that orbit around other stars are called exoplanets. All of the planets in our solar system orbit around the sun. Planets that orbit around other stars are called exoplanets. They are hidden by the bright glare of the star they orbit. Coming back, our fifth endeavor is, it's a technical coup. It has the potential to fundamentally rewrite our textbooks because of how dramatically it will increase our view of the cosmos. We will be able to get a much better grasp of the universe we live in. Technology-wise, we are already seeing the implications. Northrop Grumman, which built the mirrors of the telescope, had to cover new ground because a mirror this precise had never been created. Interestingly, the technology invented is being used by eye surgeons. So there are tangible benefits. We are also learning things on the computer level. We've made huge advances in understanding deployables. How we take this giant sun shield the size of the tennis court and fold it up. Webb will have a 6.5 meter diameter primary mirror, which would give it about 7 times the collecting area over the mirrors available on the current generation of space telescopes. Webb will have significantly larger field of view than the camera on Hubble and significantly better resolution than the infrared Spitzer Space Telescope. Do you know the Spitzer Space Telescope? Let me tell you. The Spitzer Space Telescope, formerly the Space Infrared Telescope Facility, is an infrared space telescope. It was launched in 2003 and is planned to be retired in January 2020. Both the spacecraft elements and the telescope itself passed a key testing milestone in May 2019. NASA announced that it is undergoing a final thermal vacuum test to ensure their hardware can handle the extreme conditions they'll encounter in space. This incredible accomplishment paves the way for the next major milestone, which is to integrate the telescope and the spacecraft elements. JWST program manager James Webb said in a statement, the JWST is still on track to begin its mission in March 2021, when it's scheduled to launch on an Ariane 5 rocket from French Guiana. You can see a great variety of galaxies in color, morphology, age, and inherent stellar populations can be seen in this deep field Hubble image. James Webb will go even further. Image credit to NASA. Thank you for watching. Share and subscribe. And don't forget, your likes will encourage me.